Right guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to just talk you through how I edit all my photos. So let's open Lightroom and I'll get started. So we're going to be editing this one and we're going to start off by adding one of my presets. So I basically just lowered the exposure, heighten the contrast, highlights all the way down, shadows up a little bit, whites just a tiny little bit down. I've moved the blacks up quite a lot to sort of give it a sort of brighter effect. Added a tiny little bit of texture, clarity and dehaze. We've added a curve here. So what I'm going to do now is kind of just go through all the sliders and make it look a little bit nicer, a little bit better, because not all presets go well straight away as soon as you put them on. Like if I were to put, I don't know, this one on, it'd look stupid, but if I put some time into editing it, it could look alright. What we're going to do now is go to the HSL sliders, go to saturation, and what we're going to do is, because it looks like these are a little bit washed out, the colours on this, so go to saturation, press this little button here, bring the oranges up slightly, and then it don't look too bad, so I'm gonna make the sky a little bit more blue by moving the mid-tones in the colour grading section down to blue. I don't know, tiny little bit, sitting with the shadows and highlights. We don't need to denoise it because it will daylight, so it's pretty much fine. So what we're going to do now is go to the cropping, press auto, bring it up a little bit. So that's like the first little step. And then we're going to take it into Photoshop and let AI do all of its magic. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to use the generative fill tool by just selecting the pen tool, which is this one that sort of looks a little bit like a pen. We're going to start by removing this guy with his bike. Right, so now that's done, what I'm going to do is go around with the little plaster tool and get rid of any little bits on the path that I don't want in. It's like little bits of like gum and stuff. Or leaves or anything like that. And then once we've done that, we're looking good so far, so Control S, which saves that to Lightroom. And then we're going to go back into Lightroom, and it should automatically just import into here, which it has done. And now we're going to add all of the gradients and stuff. So we're going to add one onto here, just like so. We're going to press a subtract and brush. We're just going to get rid of all the parts on the car because we want to keep that as bright as possible. We're going to bring the exposure down just a little bit, bring the contrast up, add another one, select subject, and then we're going to get the brush again and just get rid of this car behind. Because we don't want that in. I'm going to bring the exposure of the car up slightly. And what I have done is there we go. We're going to bring it up a little bit, add some contrast, and then we're going to go here, add another mask. We're going to add the gradient mask, but I need to zoom in first. Always make that mistake. So radial gradient, we're going to add onto here. Just like so. And then we're going to bring the brightness of the wheels up just a little bit. And we're going to do the same to the back wheel as well. Radial gradients. And I also want to add another one, another gradient to the sky. Subtract brush. I'm just going to get rid of all the red off the roof. I've done that wrong, haven't I? Let's make it a little bit smaller. And then we're going to go to the overall picture, bring the exposure up, and that is how I would edit one of my pictures. So we've gone from that to that, but the original picture is here. This is the first one I did. I think it's turned out a lot better than what this one has, but they're both pretty similar. So I reckon if I just press this, bring the exposure down a little bit, come here and add a tiny little bit of orange. That's pretty much the same, isn't it? To be honest, I kind of like this one more. Let's get rid of that. But yeah, that's how I would edit my pictures. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's video and learnt something new. See you in the next one.